My review of Frozen, and I just watched it, and all that I can think is let it go," which is a good song. It's a good song when you're listening to it. Afterward, it's so annoying because it gets stuck in your head, and the only lyric you can ever remember is let it go, and nothing else, which means that you're forced to sing that same lyric over and over again, like a madman. So annoying. If you want to see a further elaboration on why that song is just, like, good but annoying now, it uh, just look up Nostalgia Critic's Let It Go videos. It's a parody of Let It Go, and talking about how annoying it is that there are so many parodies of Let It Go. It's pretty funny. I actually saw it before I saw Frozen, so now those are the only lyrics I know. It's like, I came into the movie, the only thing I knew about the songs were that there was a song called Do You Want to Build a Snowman that goes, Do you want to build a snowman? And there was one called Let It Go, that goes, Let It Go. Yeah, and that's this, I just watched it, and I still don't remember any other lyrics. It's just, yeah, the music is good though. I'm not trying to diss the music. The songs are pretty good. There's a lot of them though, which kind of gets overbearing at times. Like I think if they cut out all the songs, the movie would be like half an hour shorter. I'm not even joking. But speaking of which, it does feel like a very short movie. I think part of it was that I was kind of expecting it to be a sort of adventure type thing where they go on an adventure to find her or whatever. But it really wasn't an adventure. It was more like they kind of went back and forth a lot, and like they were in the castle and then they were at the ice palace, and I'll admit I didn't know where the plot was going, so that's a good thing. I knew about the plot twist, the one that I'm not going to spoil for you guys. Let's just say it shows that love isn't always what it seems, and it kind of makes fun of the other Disney movies where it's like oh, love at first sight, the prince and the princess meet, and oh my god, they're in love. Which is good. I like that because that's a tired cliche, and I'm glad that movies nowadays are like. Let me just say, like old Snow White, way back when Snow White first came out. I've never actually seen it. What do you want? I'm making a video. Go away.
I'm not listening. Keep going.
Me. She came in here. I had to cut out. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah. Like old Disney movies. I mean, you think back to like Snow White and Cinderella and those old movies, which I saw when I was younger. The characters have a lot less personality. Like the princesses are bland, the princes are bland. How those movies really don't hold up to modern standards very well. I mean, The Lion King sort of does. Well, The Lion King's not focused on love, so it's kind of a different beast. But the old Disney movies, like the characters are very bland. And I mean, even Aladdin, the princess was bland. Aladdin wasn't bland, but the princess was bland. And I'm glad that movies nowadays like just think if they made a character in Frozen that was as bland and one dimensional as like Cinderella in the old Cinderella movie or something, they'd get a lot of criticism for it. Whereas back then there was no criticism for that. So characters have evolved. Characters in kids' movies have evolved, which I'm very glad about. Makes them a lot more enjoyable. Like Frozen, I mean, granted, none of the characters were that well developed, but that was again more due to the fact that the movie felt really short and went by really fast, which I covered on the beginning of this review. That's my main complaint with it. I'm just gonna get that out of the way, that it goes by too fast, and it makes a lot of the characters kind of underdeveloped. But at the same time, I gotta commend the plot for throwing me in a lot of loops and not really knowing where it was going. I mean, the plot twist was obvious. The plot twist that I was trying to talk about, but I veered off on a tangent about characters being more developed. But yeah, the plot twist was good. I liked the plot twist. I knew it was coming because my little brother spoiled it for me, and I knew about it from like reading internet articles or whatever. But I mean, it's a pretty predictable plot twist. But, I mean, I didn't know where the rest of the movie was going, so that was good. I didn't really know how the plot just was going to come into fruition, because I knew it was there from the beginning. I just didn't know how it was going to come into fruition. It becomes more obvious the later you go. And yeah. Oh yeah, and that is characters brings me. Let's just talk about characters, since I've pretty much already gotten the story out of the way in a way that doesn't involve spoilers. But the characters. So there's Elsa, the older princess. She's kind of a bland character. I didn't really. I mean, she wasn't that bland, but like, she wasn't the main focus of the movie more than anything. She was like the secondary focus. She was basically the character designed for all the plot to. The character designed to cause major plot events. Like, without her, there would be no story. Or at least it would be a very lame and unexciting one. The main focus of the movie is her sister, Anna, who I think she wasn't well developed, but she was kind of quirky, funny. The movie has a good sense of humor. I mean, you need to look no further than Olaf the Snowman to figure that out. The commercials make him look really dumb, and honestly, I think he'd be annoying, because he's got kind of an obnoxious voice. He's sort of got an obnoxious personality, but there's something very funny about him. He got a lot of laughs out of me just with his over-the-top happy attitude. Like, for example, there's one part where, like, the guy named Kristoff, which is the blonde guy that was, like, helping them, Olaf goes sliding off to get to the castle a different way, and Kristoff's like, try not to get noticed, and he's like, okay, and then he slides into the town, and you hear, hello, and then, ah! Like you, it was really, that made me laugh a lot. And then there's a lot of funny moments with him. He was a funny character. I'm impressed that he was as funny as he was. But yeah, overall a good Disney movie. A lot more musical numbers than most of the recent Disney movies. In fact, pretty much all of the recent Disney movies. I mean, the musical number count is up there with, like, Lion King and The Little Mermaid, which, I mean, is a good or a bad thing, depending on it. The songs are good, so that keeps it from being obnoxious. Let it go, let it go. I need to stop this review before that's, like, just all that I can think about, and that's just ruining the review, and bananas, and bananas, and bananas. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about the movie. The animation's good. In particular, the scene during the "Let It Go" song where Elsa made the her ice palace thing. Which about that song, I think it would have fit better at the end of the movie than it did at the part that it was at. Because at the part that it was at, the scene before she had been afraid of hurting people with her powers, and then that scene she was happy because she felt free, and then the next time we saw her, she was afraid again. So I think that the scene with her singing that song would have fit better at the end of the movie when she, spoiler alert, although it's a pretty obvious thing, she learns how to control her powers and like fixes everything, which obviously that was going to be the ending, so that's not really that big of a spoiler, because I mean, it's a happy ending. That's going to be the happy ending. It's not a major plot twist or differentiating thing like the other plot twist that I'm not going to spoil for you guys, but that I keep bringing up. So in summary, let it go, Arrivederci. This is dumb. I give this movie a 7 out of 5 stars. 7 out of 5. What? 7 out of 10 stars. Bye-bye.